recording on our website. So really just hoping that you get a sense of the MNA benefits that are available to you, and a few months down the road when maybe you're doing something that one of those benefits would be helpful to, that you remember that you can come back to MNA and look for the information or reach out, and we're happy to help. If you're a new member on the call, welcome to membership. We're so excited to have you. If you're not a member yet, that's okay too. You can be on the call today and get a better sense of what's available to you. We're going to go ahead and get started. A few quick facts about MNA. We were incorporated in 1990. We serve approximately 1,000 members throughout the state through MNA membership, which is available to nonprofits, businesses, and individuals. We serve the nonprofit sector through capacity building, civic engagement, and public policy, all three areas which we will learn more about today. As I mentioned, my name's Sarah. I'm pictured there in the middle. Mario is pictured on the right, and our other team member is not on the call today, but Bill Gesselman is our Strategic Growth Officer. We're here to help you out when you're trying to access your benefits and resources, so please don't hesitate to reach out. I will show you where you can find our contact information online. As I mentioned, one of the ways that we serve the nonprofit sector is through public policy and advocacy. We advocate at both the state and the national level. We tend to focus on issues that are significant to the whole nonprofit sector, so things like tax policy, budget and spending, and public and private collaborations. My colleague Joan Gustafson is our External Affairs Officer, and her contact information there is listed as well if you're interested in talking through a policy issue or you've got something going on in that realm. Joan would love to talk with you. So now we're going to go ahead and switch over to our MNA website, which is where we'll spend the bulk of our presentation today, showing you how, what benefits are available and how to access them. I do want to point out that while I'm switching over here, that we have a really great special event coming up in 2 weeks' time. We will be at the Detroit Zoo, which is a really awesome facility, and lots of great fun to be had there. The rooms are just really neat. You definitely feel like you're at the zoo. It's our Talent Strategy Summit. This is our third year for the event. The theme is Thriving Nonprofit Workplaces. We're going to have a great keynote address by Dr. Rita Fields, who's a Detroit native with a really interesting story, as well as some practical experience and lots of success in the nonprofit sector. So if you are interested at all, we're still taking online registrations for Talent Strategy Summit. Maybe some of you already are registered. I hope to see you all there. I'll show you today where you can find information about that on the website. So now you're seeing the front page, and there's the little banner ad for Talent Strategy Summit, so you could click right there and be taken directly to that information. So now we're on the MNA website, hopefully not the first time you've seen it. The first thing I encourage people to do when they come to our site is log in. If you're a new member, when you signed up, the people that you identified as your primary and secondary contact would have received information on how to set up their username and password. If you're not one of those people, you can, a couple different things. You are eligible for, just a minute, sorry. Through MNA membership, everyone in your organization is eligible to access the member benefits. So staff, volunteers, board members, and the way you can do that, it's totally up to you and your organization. You could decide to have one username and password and share that amongst various members of your staff, or you could choose to set up accounts for various staff members for the MNA website. Once you get logged in, again, that information went to your primary and secondary contact, you will be taken to this member dashboard. Over here on the left are some really simple links that help you navigate around the dashboard. First is membership details. You can edit things such as your organization's mission statement, physical address, number of board members, volunteers. If you scroll to the bottom of the member details page, you will see this section that says contacts. This is where you can add and delete and edit staff members' contacts. So again, you can set up a staff member with a specific account for them that they can have access to MNA and all of the benefits. If you're an admin privilege on here, you have a few more permissions, such as setting up and deleting those new accounts. So keep that in mind. Over here, also on the left, MNA member discount codes. If you are thinking of attending an event or accessing a product or service like the Talent Strategy Summit, this is where all of the MNA member discounts are. So they all live back here, and that's where you go to get that, and you can sign up using those. You can also edit your login profile by changing up your username and password. I'd encourage you to put your password to something that makes sense or something you'll easily remember, so that you don't have any other barriers to log in. This is also where you would log in and come to browse when your membership is up for renewal. You can do an online renewal payment. If you're struggling to log in, when you go to the login page, you will see some links at the bottom to some very brief web videos that give hints and tricks for some common problems that people run into. If you're still having trouble, don't hesitate to reach out. Mario answers our main phone line, and also, make sure to connect back with people and can help you solve any login issues that you might be experiencing. When you're on the website, over here under membership and nonprofit resources is where all the benefits are listed, and we are going to be there today, but we're going to start over here on the right side and show you just some quick features of the MNA website. Under who we are, we have the staff tab. As I mentioned earlier, you can find all of staff contact information and emails here on that page, as well as some information, some bios. So, if you find a specific staff person, feel free to reach out if you think they're the best person to help answer your question. Also under that Who We Are tab is Get Connected. Get Connected is where you can access the signups for our e-newsletters and social media accounts. We send 3 different e-newsletters right now. Our My Nonprofit News, which is our most general e-newsletter, comes out every are working in. You can check that out. Those also go out when we're looking for nonprofits to take action. Our Job Center, we'll talk about that a little bit later in today's presentation, but there's also a way to sign up for the email here. When you're signing up for the email, just make sure that you are signing up for all of the messages that you want to receive, as the system does reset your subscriptions every time that you sign up. So you can also follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn. If you'd prefer to get your information via social media. Now I'm going to go over to MNA Technology Services and turn it over to Mario, who can tell you a little bit more about this service that MNA provides.
Thanks, Sarah. So one of the ways MNA serves the nonprofit sector here in Michigan is through our wonderful technology services. The team at MNA Tech is extremely knowledgeable and very personable. If you're the accidental techie at your office and maybe you don't want to continue being that sole resource, or maybe there's a need for a few things tech-related around the office, please consider reaching out to MNA Tech. They can assist with things like technology planning, managing your servers, and various other tech-related items. The team is extremely helpful and can even be reached through a direct hotline for those unexpected problems that spring up. More details can be found under that Technology Services tab on our website, as well as you can see the hotline in front of you. We encourage you to connect with them if you have any questions about your tech needs. Now back to Sarah to review our civic engagement.
Thanks, Mario. As I mentioned, civic and community engagement is one thing that we also do to serve the Michigan nonprofit sector. Our biggest initiative currently is the work that we're doing around Census 2020. Next year, we will be participating in the census campaign and leading a campaign around Michigan for nonprofits to ensure that Michigan gets a fair and accurate count in the next census. This is incredibly important. Census data affects our representation at the federal government for how many representatives Michigan has, as well as a lot of federal funding that passes through our state. So it's critically important that we count all residents. With some changes to how the census will be delivered, this year it's going to be an online first model, and some of the recent just sentiment around some initiatives like this, we think that 2020 is even going to be more critical of a year. That's why we're mobilizing nonprofits to help us in this effort. Through this website, through this page, you can click to the actual census website, which is becountedmi2020.com. There's lots of information there, including a separate listserv that you can sign up for to receive weekly updates on the census. And also just know that we are working through a model that has identified census hubs in different regions of the state. And so those census hubs are going to have money to distribute in the form of mini grants for nonprofits who are connecting with traditionally hard to count populations and doing census initiatives. So if you're not familiar with who the regional hub is in your area of the state, I highly encourage you to check that out and learn more from that census website. Another way that we engage in community engagement is through our AmeriCorps Vista program. We serve nonprofits throughout the state by managing a cohort of 32 vistas that are placed in various nonprofits throughout the state of Michigan. It's a wonderful program. If you're ever interested in how your organization may be able to utilize a vista, please reach out to Maggie. She's the program manager, and she can give you more information on that as well. So going over next tab to the left, research and publications. MNA has lots of different research and publications that are available to you. First is our nonprofit compensation and benefit report. We do this report every 2 years. This is the newest version, which was compiled from data that was collected in the fall of 2018, and it was just released earlier this year. This publication is really great. We first do a survey of nonprofits throughout the state and ask them to tell us about what they are paying their people, how many vacation days they're giving, health care benefits, etc. And then we're able to take that survey data and compile it into this report. What you receive in this report is 75 different positions that are common to nonprofits that give that salary and compensation benefit information. The data is organized by region, by subsector, by position, and even by organizational budget size. So for instance, if you're an arts and culture organization in the Southeast Michigan area and you're looking to hire a development director, you can see what other organizations that fit that same criteria are offering that position. Members receive a discount. You can purchase the report for $165, or non-members, the report is $270. Below that is our Michigan Nonprofit Management Manual. This is one of my favorite resources that we have. It is a manual. It's about 600 pages long. You don't read it cover to cover, but it's easy to navigate because it has a great table of contents and index that make answers to questions really easy to find. It has topics such as communications, human resources, evaluation, etc. That's available at a discounted price for members of $75, a non-member price of $95. It is really great. Truly, I use it almost every day, and it's just a great tool for nonprofit managers to have at their fingertips. This next one, an intro to working in Michigan's nonprofit sector, that's available. It also comes with our individual level membership if you're interested in that. Scrolling down, we do have a nonprofit leadership guide for leadership programs in the Southeast Michigan area. And you'll see below that we also have lots of free resources that are available on this page. MNA Links is our quarterly magazine publication. It comes out once a quarter and contains some great information on current trends and happenings in the nonprofit sector. As a member, this is a member-only benefit, so as a member you will receive this in your mailbox. And if you're not a member, then you have to join to see links. You can also see it here once you log in electronically. We also, down here toward the bottom, Nonprofit Advocacy, a Michigan Primers. This is a great tool available for free download. If you are interested in getting involved in advocacy work within your organization, this is like Advocacy 101. Has some great graphics, makes it easy to follow, so check that out if you're interested. There's a few other links here underneath this menu. Our economic benefit report is pretty cool and includes some interactive tables if you dig into that. So check out all the information that's available under research and publications. So as I mentioned, public policy is actually Mario's portion that he's going to talk about, right? Or did I not? It's been a month since we've done this, so excuse me, and a lot's happened in that month. So I do think I'll talk about public policy and then transfer it over to Mario. So yes, MNA does public policy and advocacy work at both the state and national level. And we, like I said, we focus on things like tax policy, nonprofit rights, etc. So what else can you find here? You can find basic information there. I want to alert you to the fact that there's a Michigan Nonprofit Caucus. This is a bipartisan and bicameral group of legislators. That means that both Democrats and Republicans participate, as well as Democrats and Republican and House and Senate members at the state of Michigan level. So you can check out there if you're interested in learning more about the Michigan Nonprofit Caucus. Also, if you scroll down further on that page, you'll see the 1920 legislative agenda and some of the items that MNA is working on. Also under that, I do want to point out the Southeast Michigan Public Policy Council. This is a more regional group that meets on policy issues. And if you're in the Southeast Michigan region, you can definitely take advantage of this and attend these meetings and learn more about what is happening there. So now we're going to go over here and we're going to talk about the Nonprofit Job Center, but this time I'm going to correctly transition it to Mario, who's going to tell us about the Job Center.
Thanks, Sarah. Sorry about that, audience. We appreciate you being flexible with us. So as Sarah mentioned, we're going to talk about the Job Center. So under the membership tab, you can find our Nonprofit Job Center, and you're going to want to scroll up to this right here. Go ahead and click on Nonprofit Job Center. This is one of our most frequently used resources as a member benefit, as well as non-members. They utilize it frequently. There are a few different ways that you can interact with the Job Center. One of the ways is by browsing what jobs are currently available in the Michigan nonprofit sector by clicking on the current job posting button as you see right in front of you. Click on that, and that'll bring up the most recent job postings that have been submitted to MNA by date, and you can get more information about the organization, where it's located, as well as a description. Another great way to interact with our Nonprofit Job Center is for nonprofit leaders who are looking to hire some talent in the state of Michigan. Just click on the submission form, as you can see right on your screen, right here. It'll take you to our online submission form that you can fill out with all the pertinent details. It'll take you to a payment page once you're ready to complete it, and once we receive it over here, it'll be on the site within a 24 to 48 hour window. That's another great way to get involved with the Nonprofit Job Center. In case you were curious, the rates for those job postings are $75 for a single 30-day posting for MNA members and $165 for non-members with the logo included. Now, we strongly encourage you to poke around in the Job Center if you have any questions, and we certainly encourage you to get engaged with it as much as possible. Another way that you can stay engaged with our wonderful Nonprofit Job Center is by getting signed up for our wonderful Job Center e-newsletter. And how to access that is you hover over the Who We Are page and you click on Get Connected. I think we covered this a little bit earlier, and you just scroll down to our e-newsletter sign up. As you can see, that's the first option there that you can click to save your preferences for that. The email comes out every Friday morning, and it gets broadcasted with the most current positions posted to MNA. It's a great resource to stay up to date with what positions are available in our state, as well as you can narrow down the search to around your local area. You can sign up for the e-newsletter, and you can get involved by submitting a job posting with us. Our email blast reaches around 6,000 e-newsletter subscribers each week, and our Job Center gets roughly around 18,000 page views a month, which is a great way to market your opportunity to our M&A online audience. Now I'll hand it back off to Sarah to talk a little bit more about your wonderful M&A benefits.
So as I mentioned earlier, when you come to the site, you can come over here to under Membership Nonprofit Resources. That's where all of the benefits lie. And you'll see this pretty little chart here. This is where you can access all of your benefits. The top one is always a featured benefit. Right now we have the compensation and benefit report. We talked about that a little bit, so I'm going to continue to scroll down. In this first section under fundraising and finance support, I'm going to highlight first our partnership with GrantStation. Through your membership, you have free access to GrantStation. So you just click through this way and you will get to GrantStation. You'll notice that your name or whomever the name is that you're logging in under will show up here. What is GrantStation? GrantStation is an online grants database of current opportunities. So if you're looking for new funding opportunities for your organization, you can definitely check out GrantStation. And the fact that you get free access, I think, means you should definitely do that. So you can see from their page, they provide a lot of information, including some great educational resources under this Write Proposals tab. So I definitely encourage you to spend a little bit of time here, browse around and see what it is that's available to you. Here's the main part of what GrantStation is. Under searchable listings, you'll see there's several databases. I'm going to choose the U.S. Charitable Giving Database. Over here on the left, they're going to give you a lot of interesting details on how to make your search better, which can be very helpful. But I'm going to demonstrate a search very quickly here over on the right side. So I'm going to select Michigan. And this page does update in real time, so that's why you'll see this page go up and down. It's a little hard to watch, I apologize, but I want to show you how to do this. So under areas of interest, I'm going to choose arts, culture, and humanities. And then I might even select types of support. You can see all these blue bars are various parameters that you can put on it. And I'm going to say general operating support. So when this updates, you'll see over here on the right that here are your search parameters, and over here on the left are your results. We have 53 results. Now you can see there's various grant makers listed here, and it doesn't just stop there. You can click on the name of the grant maker and get all kinds of profile information. What type of grants they give away, where they give them, what they don't fund, how much they give annually. Very often there's even contact information or information on how to submit a grant application. So check this out. It's hugely beneficial to you and it's a really cool part of your M&A membership. Also, these orange tabs up here at the top, those are part of a new feature that GrantStation just updated, and that is the dashboard. So when you're going through your grant opportunities, you can save them, you can email them to a colleague, you can go right to the website, but they'll be saved in here under your username, each time you come in through the MNA website. So really cool feature that they've just recently published. So now I'm going to go back over to our membership page and talk a little bit about some of the other resources that are available to you. We do offer a discount with the Foundation Center directory, which is an online grants directory as well. If you're interested in using that, maybe you're more familiar with that program, MNA members receive a 15% discount. This Finance Unlocked for Nonprofits is actually a 6-part web video series from our state association partner out in Washington State. It's a great tool if you're onboarding new staff or maybe even new board members and you want them to understand a little bit about finance. These little videos were done with an improv actor as well as CPA, so they're pretty entertaining actually. Card Connect offers credit card processing discounts. So then under the next section, under free and discounted education, we do have discounted and free events, as I mentioned, with Talent Strategy Summit coming up. So you can see here our events calendar. You can click here for more information as well as the registration page. If you see this little orange guy icon here, that means that there's a member discount for that event. So check out this calendar. You can also access the events calendar from the front page of the MNA website. We do offer some recorded webinars, things like information about your 990, etc. So if you're interested to watch a few of these on your own time, definitely check out the recorded webinar archive. One of MNA's values is diversity, inclusion, and equity, and we were able to launch our DE&I assessment tool a few years ago. That's a great tool if your organization is trying to understand and get a perspective, better perspective of what your constituents, mainly your board and staff members, are, how they think your organization is doing in the areas of diversity, inclusion, and equity. I am the staff lead on that project, so if you'd like more, please reach out to me and I'd be happy to share with you more information. MindEdge is an online learning platform that we partner with that offers courses for nonprofit professionals. You can see they do have a certificate in nonprofit management, and then all these courses underneath, things like budgeting, fundraising, introduction to grant writing, etc. Those are really affordable courses, a great way to share your M&A discounts and memberships with a lot of different people in your organization. We also have a document library. This includes a whole series on volunteer management, actually. Some documents in the areas of communications and finance, and you can check that out in the event that you're looking for something specific. We also partner with All Campus. They provide higher education discounts. We have this neat publication available, Principles for Good Governance and Ethical Practice. This is from our partners at Independent Sector, which is a great national organization that supports nonprofits. If you're not familiar with them, you can download that publication for free. If you leave, you have to put in your email address, but it's not that hard of a process to get that document. As you can see from the logos on your screen, we do work with some of the largest educational institutions in the state of Michigan. University of Michigan Dearborn offers a 20% tuition discount. Oakland University offers a 25% discount off of their nonprofit management certificate. MSU, through their College of Business, offers a unique opportunity for 2 scholarships each year for professionals from the nonprofit sector who might be interested in the Executive MBA program. Very cool opportunity with MSU EMBA. Davenport also offers a 20% tuition discount, and we have a partnership with New Horizons Computer Learning Centers for percentages off their courses. I see that I'm right at 3:30. I'm going to quickly go through the remaining information. Hopefully you can stay on. If not, you now know where to find the recording on our website. Hopefully you can just stay on for about 5 or 7 minutes. We'll finish up here. Nonstop Wellness is a unique way to self-fund healthcare. This is specifically for nonprofits with more than 50 employees taking benefits. but it can mean some great savings for the employees as well as the organization. So if you're interested, definitely learn a little bit more about nonstop wellness. We also have a partnership with the Mutual of America, who offers no administration fees for their customers through Michigan Nonprofit Association. Check that out if you're looking for a solution. We already talked about Job Center and compensation and benefit reports. I'm going to scroll down from there. Constellation HR is a nonprofit performance and compensation management system. We do use it in-house here at MNA, but it can help keep your all those things straight and help you monitor progress of employees throughout the year. It even gives the employees the opportunity to put in progress notes throughout the year. So if that's a need for your organization, Constellation HR is a great platform to check out. Verified Volunteers is also a unique solution to background checks. It is unique in the fact that you can share Verified Volunteers background checks with multiple community organizations that accept that. So if you have one volunteer that volunteers at 2 or 3 different organizations and they all accept Verified Volunteers, that can be savings in time and money for both the organization and the volunteer to share their background check. We also just recently launched a benefit with Paychecks, payroll processing service, as well as HR support. Check out Paychecks. There's a discount available as well as an opportunity for an HR assessment. So they are a really great partner to MNA, and we're glad to have them on board. If you need directors and officers liability insurance, check out Lyman & Chiefs. They can give you a quote. We already talked about MNA Technology Service. I will mention that Nonprofit Technology Network, or NTEN, offers their first-year membership to our members for free. So if you're interested in that, that's a great place to start as well. So I'm going to go ahead and turn it over to Mario, who's going to take us through the end here and tell us a little bit about the business marketplace.
Great, thanks, Sarah. So as you may know, MNA offers 3 types of membership. The first is the nonprofit membership, the second is business, and the third is a career individual membership. Because of this, we have a variety of businesses, both small and large, that are part of our grander statewide network. One of the featured MNA benefits is complete access to our business marketplace directory, which you should see right in front of you on your screen. Now, this is a great resource for nonprofits seeking specific services from those who are experts in the sector. This online database can connect your organization with independent contractors or firms that are looking to serve your needs. Please note, we do strongly suggest that you perform your own due diligence before hiring or contracting any of the businesses found through this search. Another great feature that MNA has available for members is, much like the business marketplace tool, the nonprofit member directory also provides the contact information of all of our nonprofit organizations within our network. Through this resource, you can make additional connections and potentially even collaborate on joint efforts or projects in your region. As you can see on your screen, you can search it by name. You can change the search parameters to include the county or the organization type, and it will bring up their name in the list form, and you can make those external connections at your earliest convenience. Another great feature that MNA has as available to member benefits, as a member benefit, is if you are a nonprofit leader seeking to reach some of our business members with specific needs, the request for proposal distribution feature can be a very helpful resource. Just complete the short form that you find by clicking on Begin Application, and your submission will be distributed to a variety of business members who have identified services in that area of your inquiry. It's a great way to get in contact with our additional business members and start bridging those relationships through the MNA network. Additionally, we want to show that you have access to this other great feature, which is it's the Trusted Partners and Resource document. And depending on your system or your device, which as you can see it may, in front of you on your screen, it may open into a new tab or in Acrobat Reader, depending on what you have available. And this list is very simple, but it's very helpful. It provides the contact information for some of our most trusted partners within the nonprofit sector for both state and national organizations. Some of this quick reference information includes things like the contact information for the National Council of Nonprofits and the Michigan Department of Licensing and Regulatory Affairs, otherwise known as LARA. This is a very helpful guide for navigating some of the institutions in our nonprofit sector. We'll pull this back up. Great. And then lastly, I'm going to talk to you about two more options here in your member benefits, and we want to make sure you can get connected with those resources as well. So we do have an opportunity to advertise and sponsor with MNA. You can find more details about what lucrative package options are available by going and reviewing what's available on the screen in front of you. As you can see, you can get your advertisement in publication of our Links magazine. You can get some website logo broadcasting, as well as for some of the e-newsletters. And those packages, like I said, can be found more details right there on your screen, and you can always contact us by following up with this email that you see in front of you. Another great resource is our Capacity Building Center Network, which is a really fun and really helpful partnership that we have going. And so what it is there are 11 nonprofits throughout the state of Michigan. We, MNA, is the 11th one, so you'll find contact information for 10 additional nonprofit organizations located throughout the state of Michigan. And what this is for is this listing provides more details about those organizations or centers located around Michigan that provide local capacity building services to other nonprofits. This really helps kind of fill the gaps in areas that maybe resources that MNA may not currently provide, or that they might also provide additional services in supplement or to also complement some of the resources or benefits that we provide. So I would just encourage you to go through that. I know that when people call in about free or reduced services and stuff like that, I direct them to this to make those connections. So I would encourage you to review that at your earliest convenience and see if maybe there's a connection you can make with one of those organizations to fill some needs that you may have. That's another great feature as part of the member benefits, and that's open actually to everyone. You can find that on our website. So, you know, that's a great collaboration and hopefully helps continue to grow the Michigan nonprofit sector healthier and stronger, while also helping you organizations better serve their clients and achieve their mission. So that is what we have for you today. We appreciate your patience and your flexibility in getting through the end of this, and we thank you for being with us this afternoon. Please don't hesitate to reach out with any additional questions or concerns, and welcome to MNA. Have a great rest of your day.